operation as an undercover, and I did. So I was able to infiltrate that group and work that for over a year and a half.
That was a year and a half case.
Yeah, that was a year and a half undercover operation. What we would do is you would come to us and say, I want a Mercedes-Benz. Okay, what color you want? What kind of interior you want? What extras you want? And then we go find a Mercedes-Benz dealership and hook it at night.
That's it.
That's it. I learned to be a car thief.
Wow, for a year and a half.
For a year and a half.
Did you get publicity for that once you took those guys down?
Well, they went to trial and we got convictions.
So was the Joe Pistone name public yet or not yet?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
See, that's the part that's fascinating to me on how this happened.
Because we had the trials in Tampa, so sure.
But when they do recognition and they recognize an FBI agent for the work they do, they don't typically do it publicly. They do it in a more private function with the family.
It wasn't advertised. It was just whatever the courtroom was. The court testimony.
That didn't have anything to do with New York, so maybe there's not a.
Yeah.
Okay, so after that, is that kind of how you earned your stripes? And they said, look, this guy he's pretty calm. He can go in and make it work. Why don't we give him this project? And when they did, were there other options they were looking at, or were there like a process, or was it just a meeting and say, Joe, this is what we decided you're going to do this work?
Well, actually, I get back to New York after that year and a half operation. My supervisor, by the name of a gentleman by the name of Guy Verrata, had this idea for this undercover operation. He asked me if I wanted to be the undercover, because of my background being Italian. It was geared toward the mafia, the Italians. I said, sure.
And you actually speak Italian, by the way.
Not that great anymore.
At that time.
Yeah, but not that, you lose everything, But I'll tell you what, you didn't have to, because a lot of these guys don't speak it anyway.
The guys back at home do, but not
the
the guys
guys
over
back
here.
at home do. It took about 3 to 4 months planning the operation, getting everything in place.
What does that mean, planning the operation?
The FBI doesn't shotgun undercover operations. You got to have specific targets. You got to have a specific plan of operation. So by the time we did that, then you have to build yourself a legend, because why do these guys want me? Or what would attract them? So you have to have a legend. Since it was going to be a deep cover operation, you had to have everything in place before you actually went onto the street. Pick a profession that's a profession involving violence. Because
what does that mean?
Well, in other words, I couldn't go in and say, hey, I'm a leg breaker. I'm a money collector. I'm a leg breaker. I'm a stick-up man.
Got it. There had to be a special skill like yours was being a jeweler. You know how to kind of, see him.
As an undercover agent, you can't commit acts of violence. So if I go in and say, hey, I'm a stick-up man, well, they're going to expect me to go do a bank robbery with a gun, and actually you can't do that. So we figured the best criminal profession would be a jewel thief for various reasons. It's not one of violence. A lot of jewel thieves operate alone. I could get jewel and precious gems from the government to show that I went out and did a score. Now you take a step further. If I say I'm a jewel thief, I better know about diamonds and precious gems.
So how did that happen? Because you knew when you said this was a raise, how did you learn that?
I went to school to learn about diamonds and precious gems.
Like a private non-FBI, nothing related to the FBI.